Hi, this is Tony with Maven Poker Training, and today I'm with Armand. Armand, we're at the Maven Training Center here in Las Vegas, and you're playing a couple tournaments online here, and I appreciate you giving us some of your time while you're playing. Could you tell us when you had your first training session with Maven?
I first came down and met up with Maven about the middle of March of this year, so it's been about 4 months now, I'd say. I spent a lot of time playing with him on Bodog, and that's where I met him. I was really excited and encouraged by some of the plays he was making, and I really felt that I needed to, add some more variety to my game. I've been making had some success, playing first 18 months or so part-time. I'd been working full-time, so I was only playing on the weekends and whatnot. I think my game was more streamlined then. Now I feel like, in the last 3.5 months, I've surpassed what I did in, 1/3 of the time, beforehand. So I'm really super stoked. And
so your results in a third of the time, you've won as much money that you had
in the previous 2 years.
In the 2 years, you won
exactly.
in 3 months, right?
Exactly.
And now, in his training, from what you got from the training, is it a lot of systemized plays, game theory? Is that what you got out of it?
Exactly. I mean, you really hit the hammer on the head with that one. Game theory was a huge like leak, if you will, for me. Especially late game. Analyzing chip stacks, positional plays. Picking out the guys making moves, just seeing more spots. Basically, I opened my eyes to a lot more spots.
Right.
It's amazing, how much more plays and how much more, profitable equity type of maneuvers I'm making, during my tournaments compared to where I was before.
And I think you touched on something, what you said about earlier, before we started the interview, and we were talking, and that is, what I got out of the training is I got a lot more deeper into tournaments without getting cards.
Exactly.
You learn how to make, using his system, you don't have to get aces and kings every 5 minutes to chip up. And when you see the pros consistently making final tables, you know that every tournament in a row they can't be getting good cards, but yet they're always at the end. And his system, for me, that's what it gave me, how to get deep without always getting cards. And what do you have to say about that for your game?
I agree 100% with that. It's basically that, that's exactly like where I was before, and like I totally feel like that. Understanding, that you have to accept the maneuver, knowing that the equity is there. You just have to accept it, whether you really want to do it or not. And like he's really helped me bring out, just the know-how. Knowing that the money's there, it's the right move, and just do it. No holding back, just make the move.
Yeah.
So and that's really just the thing that I'm really working on the hardest. I really feel that I'm really kind of adjusting my game to his. It's only been 3.5 months, but the results are there, and I feel it, and I'm only getting better too. So
And so, like a few months later from your training, you're able to come back here, get some brushed ups. You're playing here at the training center, and how's that working for you too?
It's just an amazing network here. Like a lot of the players, it's almost like better to sit and watch some of the amazing poker minds that are around here playing. Just sit and watch like some guys that are just doing amazing online as well as on the live felts. It's just an amazing experience, a win-win situation. There's always amazing minds right here. It's a very, very friendly, relaxed environment here, and at the same time it's extremely professional at the same time.
Yeah, it's very professional. And I think you touched on something great there too, is when you're paying for the training, you're not just getting the training, but you're making a lot of poker friends that you then get kind of into their circle, and you guys can all talk about all these plays and game theory and strategies, and watch each other play and pick up a lot more than just from the Maven.
Exactly.
And that's what I got out of it too.
Yeah, there's so much more just than you're gonna read, you gotta obviously between the lines, black and gray or whatnot. People look at a certain number like, oh, this is what's in the cost, but you don't get all the added information, and you don't get like what we're talking about, the networking with the friends. It's just worth so much more than just what people are originally gonna see,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you finish those tournaments you're working on, and good luck there, and thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity to do this.
Thanks. Take care.